I'm here to pump you up.
And we want to pump you up.
No, I'm not talking about turning those toddler arms into 24-inch pythons. I mean, I'm here to pump up those expectations for where the price of Bitcoin is about to go. I hear all the whining and all the complaining. Listen here, Chicken Little, the sky is not falling. Bitcoin is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing right now.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And today, I'm going to prove that to you. Tell you exactly when Bitcoin is going to hit those sweet all-time highs. Yummy. Let's get it. Hello, welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the hardest working channel in all of cryptocurrency. If you want to connect with me, we've got a bunch of links down in the description you can use to do that. So thank you guys. Hit 121,000 subscribers over the last 24 hours. Definitely shout out to everyone in the Bit Squad. Today, we got a really big video for you guys. We're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price and where should the Bitcoin price be, because a lot of people are scared right now. A lot of people think we could go down and fill that gap. We could hit 9,600. What would that mean for Bitcoin? And it's like I tell you guys all the time, Bitcoin is cyclical. In today's video, we are going to demonstrate that to you again, and I'm going to explain to you when we're going to hit all-time highs and why you should not be worried at all. When you hear people say things like, this time it's different, or we never had anything like this drop happen, they're out of their minds. They don't know anything. We do the tough work on this channel. Anybody can look at a chart for this week and, look at the trends and try to predict what Bitcoin is going to do, but it's only a true OG, the hardest working channel in crypto, who can actually go back and examine the charts from 2016, how they compare to today, and give you guys the confidence that you need to know that everything is not only going to be okay, all of our wildest dreams and hopes and imaginations for yachts and mansions, and for some of you guys, your first girlfriend ever, all of those are going to be opportunities you'll be able to get with cryptocurrency, okay? Because we are heading to the moon. Before we get into the Bitcoin chart, you got to see this video. It's going to be phenomenal. Hope you guys are going to be able to follow all of it. There's a lot of stuff. Do want to talk about our contest here. We are giving away a CADX node and a Bitcoin to Ethereum and to Litecoin. Now I made this graphic. CADX was over 25K. Now the node is worth like 14K, so it's still above Bitcoin. If somehow Bitcoin were to pass the price of the CADX node, then the first place winner would be able to choose, the highest one or whatever. So obviously the entire market has been hit extremely hard. So I'm not going to change this graphic every day when it changes, but that's kind of the situation. You guys can go to 1btc.BitBoy.Live and you guys can visit all of these things, get all your contest entries. I entered my own contest for examples to show you guys. Obviously, Bob Anderson is not winning, but I think he was someone on the Matrix, I believe, if I remember correctly. CADX is obviously, cat.trade is obviously sponsoring the node giveaway, obviously, guys. So before we get into this Bitcoin chart, I do want to talk just a little bit about CADX and CADX node. Here we have a highlight part that says, we are no exception. And following our most recent Medium post about locking our coin supply, we delivered on their promise. They've locked 85% of their supply, which can be verified on chain. Right now, they have Right now, they have 28 public nodes, bringing the total to 48, okay, out of 300 possible. So 252 nodes are available. I think these nodes are going to be given back like 30% annually, I think, somewhere around there, if you're interested in that. This article is on Medium. Obviously, it talks about my contest. We already talked about this. Want to bring up Copycat. So what Copycat is, it is basically a social media trading platform. You can kind of think something similar to like we've looked at Hedge Trade before. We've looked at some other platforms that do something similar. Prime XBT has a co-vesting, part on their site where you can do something kind of similar. But basically what this is it's going to be broken down into leaders or followers, okay? You guys know which one I am. I'm a leader. Unless she's really cute, then I might follow her. Oh my gosh, do not tell my wife I said that. Okay, so the followers on the site, they're going to be able to track expert picks. So you're going to be able to get on this platform. The cost is $20. That's the cost. $20, you get on the platform and you follow expert traders, and you're able to follow their advice and make winning picks. Now, if you want to be a leader and you want people to follow you, then in that case, you can get 20% of their trading fees. So you're winning either way. Now, if you're following these traders, you are going to be able to see their winning percentages, okay? So definitely could be worth throwing $20 at. You can make more than that on one trade, of course. So the fees, the $20 fee is actually going to be going to 100% of that fee is going to the referrers. So if you want to refer, you can make that money. The reason why Cat Trade or CatX is doing this is because the mechanism we are creating, them being Cat.Trade, are creating to offer this never seen before powerful referral structure results in the indirect funding of the Cat.Trade protocol development, meaning they don't have to sell tokens to stay liquid. Looking at you, XRP. So want to share that with you guys. They are sponsoring, like, right now it's worth $15,000 on the channel. So, and the, tokens are tradable. You can either keep the node, you could sell it, you could do whatever you want. I would suggest keeping it, but it is a huge giveaway we're doing here on the channel along with the Bitcoin. Nobody does this stuff. You guys know this. So let's get into the chart, guys. Now, here's the thing. I'm going back to some of these styles of videos, this style of video. When I did the one last week where we talked about the scams and Twitter and all that stuff, a lot of you guys said you like this style of content. So we're going to be introducing some more of this kind of old style content back in. It allows me to kind of be, I think, a little more authentic with you guys. You guys can see I'm more versatile than just writing scripts and reading off a teleprompter. I can do much more than that. So here we go, guys. We have the Bitcoin chart. This is from July to January 2017. The day of the halving, okay, was July 9th, 2016. You can see it right there. You see that red candle. So I want to talk about some numbers and compare that to where the price is going, where we're at in this bull run. We're going to look at the last bull run, then we're going to look at this one, and you guys are going to see we are like dead on track. It's amazing, okay? So the day of the halving on July 9th, Bitcoin price closed at $646. Pretty low, okay? Now, on August 2nd, after that halving, okay, we got this huge red candle right here, okay, where the price dropped significantly. How much did the price drop? 28%, from $646 to 465%. So let's go and look at when Bitcoin had a big drop in one day, okay? Okay, so let's fast forward to November 3rd. Okay, you guys can see here on the chart, on November 3rd, you guys see why I script now. We have a huge red candle here, okay? This was in a two-day period. We went on November 2nd to November 3rd. The price dropped 10% in one day. It went from $742 all the way down to $670, an 11% decrease, in a 10% decrease, in one day. Now, let's look at November 11th, because this date is very significant, okay? The reason is, November 9th. The reason is because it's exactly 4 months after the halving. I'm recording this video today on September 11th. Today is exactly 4 months since this halving. So we got great comparisons to look at here, okay? On November the 9th, 4 months after the halving, the Bitcoin price was at $721. That meant the entire first 4 months of the halving, the Bitcoin price increased 11%. That number is very key. 11%. That's it. Okay? 11%. You guys are expecting moons and Lambos and rainbows too early. Okay? That's the fact. Now let's move over to January. Now we're getting into uncharted territory, because this is territory where we haven't actually met in this bull run yet, in the 2020 to 2021 bull run. Okay, we cut off at the 4 month period on September 11th. Okay, but if you look further into the bull run, you will see that on January 4th, okay, right here, this big green candle, okay, the price was sitting at $1,141. That meant by January, the price had increased 76%, okay? Look at what happened. Look at this fall. In a period of 1 week, the Bitcoin price dropped from where it was a 76% increase, it dropped 62% to where now it was only a 14% increase over the halving date. The price had barely gone up. By January 11th, it was only up 11%. So let's look at some other key dates here. Now, it did not meet all-time highs here. I'm going to zoom out on the chart a little bit to show you guys that. You go back and you see that there were all-time highs way back here. Okay, so you look at the chart. You guys can see that this was the all-time high for Bitcoin, around 1165. Okay, so in January, with these numbers we were just talking about, it did not hit an all-time high. It got rejected before actually meeting it. On February 21st, okay, let me bring it back in here. So I want to establish this was not an all-time high. February 21st, okay, of 2017, Bitcoin hit its all-time high. So February 21st, 2017, Bitcoin hit its all-time high of $1,163. And you can see it went up from there. It ended up peaking around $1,350 before dropping back down. Another huge drop, okay? Another huge drop. It took 7 months and 12 days to hit all-time highs after the halving. Very key. Let's move over and look at where we're at today. So this chart here represents Bitcoin from the halving, okay? Let's go from about right here. So the halving was on May 11th, okay? So on May 11th, the closing day, or the closing price of Bitcoin was $8,558. You must not remember that the price was at $8,500 the day of the halving. We saw a drop leading up to it, which we will talk about. Now, something very interesting is, from this date here, from May 11th, the day of the halving, we had a candle here, or a wick, that brought the price down to $81.75. We have not touched that low again. So the low of this cycle was the day of the halving. We haven't had another low. We've only seen increase, okay? Now, however, this is very important to note that I said that was going to be the case many times. Why did I say that? Well, we go back and we look at the huge March crash from the stock market crash due to the pandemic that shall not be named. You will see this range. This is where we got a huge decrease. Huge decrease. And what happened is this collapse was so epic and so big, it ended up getting baked into this cycle, okay? That is why we did not see the huge decrease. In addition to that, okay, there's two reasons. That's reason number one. In addition, we had a huge decrease leading up to the halving, okay? So from May 7th, the price was at $10,000, and it went down $1,500 basically to the close the day of the halving, right here, May 11th. So people were anticipating the drop from the halving, and we basically got it baked in, and we got it a few days early. So we got it baked in, but just a few days early, and that's why we've not seen a decrease since then. So now we get into some of the most interesting stuff. You guys remember how on November 3rd, we saw a 10% decrease in 1 day in 2016? Well, you come here to June, a few months after the halving, same thing. We got this big decrease from June 1st to June 2nd. Guess what we saw? We saw an 11% decrease in 1 day. Basically the same exact thing that we saw, in the last cycle. Okay, then let's move up to September 11th. Let's move up to where we are right now. Now, because today's date is very important because we are exactly 4 months after the halving. So remember where we were in the last halving 4 months afterwards, an 11% increase. So we come here today, September 11th. We don't have a closing price, but let's just call it $10,300. Who knows what will happen between now and when you guys see the video. But today, around $10,300. Guess what that is? That's a 20% increase. 9% better than the last halving. 9% better than the last halving. Now, let's say that this week we were to fill this gap down at 9,600. A lot of people say, I can't go down to 9,600. I've been telling you guys for about a week now. I believe that it will. Well, if it dropped down to 9,600, that means that we would have a 12% increase at $9,600. It would be a 12% increase over the close the day of the halving. What did we have in 2016? 11%. Almost the exact same. This is why panicking is so dumb. This is why it's so dumb to listen to these people say the sky is falling, that,
this bull market is not like the last one. We never saw anything like this. People are scared. People are running.
No, you're idiots. Like, seriously, if that's what you think, you're an idiot. You don't have the foresight to be able to look back. We understand that Bitcoin is cyclical. So you don't have the foresight to look back and look at the chart and judge where we're at today, okay? So we're exactly where we're supposed to be. We're actually ahead. If we drop down to 9,600, we'd be following the exact same track. Right now, we are ahead of the Bitcoin bull cycle in 2017. If we continue along this track, okay, we continue along this track where we stay close to the same exact motion we had in the last bull run, that means that in the middle of November, we should hit around $17,000 to $19,000, okay? Somewhere over here in the chart, okay? $17,000 to $19,000. We will get rejected. We will not hit all-time highs in November like I've said that I thought that we would. We would have a huge pullback that could go back to 50 to 60%, because that's what we saw in the last cycle. When it challenged all-time highs and got rejected, it dropped 60%, okay? So we definitely could see a 50% drop in November after challenging all-time highs, okay? So when that happens, people will panic again, okay? So when will we hit all-time highs? Well, that would be, according to the last bull cycle, December 23rd, right before Christmas 2020. This would be when we hit all-time highs. On December 23rd, a true Christmas miracle will be born. Not in a manger, but in a digital inn with no bed for its head. Baby Bitcoin all-time highs will be made. So in 2 days' time, you could be rolling up to your Christmas dinner, bringing frankincense and myrrh, pimping a gold Cadillac. So the point here is that, guys, there's no reason to panic. We're exactly where we should be. I know everybody likes to put these thumbnails and these clickbaity titles, I'm the worst of all, I understand it, about Bitcoin's going to do this or Bitcoin's going to do that. And a lot of it is to get you feeling emotional, okay? But that's why this is important. Because you should be emotional about your decision to be in cryptocurrency, understanding this is the thing that can change your life, okay? And I believe that. And people that try to say that this is different than what we had last time, we've had no evidence to suggest that. Zero evidence to suggest this will be any different than the last bull run. So there you go. Maybe I'll do a similar video where we'll look at altcoins and where altcoins are now compared to last time. Last thing I want to talk about, guys, here is Alliance Block. This is a project that I have been, working with in a loose format. I've got some Alliance Block tokens, so full disclosure there. But was a token sale that recently launched. It's done pretty well. There was some FUD against it, but listen, this is a legit project, no question about it. Alliance Block and Akon, not the rapper, but Akon, the platform, okay? They've actually joined forces to secure traditional finance user identities on the blockchain. And I'll say this. I know that there's something absolutely huge coming to Alliance Block in the next couple of months. So you're definitely going to want to follow this project, go check out their Telegram, talk to these people. You're probably not going to get the secret information that I have, the leak that I got, but it is going to be absolutely huge. So why is this partnership big? Well, Akon allows traditional finance entities and their clients to easily log in to blockchain apps and platforms by using real-world logins like Apple ID, Google, etc. It also is compliant according to the California Consumer Privacy Act. Akon is also partnered with Algorand. So there's going to be easy integration into other blockchains and things like that. So, if you don't know what Alliance Block is specifically, this is a pretty good, description. Alliance Block is building the world's first globally compliant decentralized capital market, helping to bridge the traditional economy with the developing world of DeFi with an open and accessible protocol. So you guys make sure to go check out Alliance Block. Not a scam. But now it's your turn. What do you guys think about the Bitcoin price? Do you think that it is tracking closely to what we saw in the last bull cycle? Or are you wrong? Because there really is only one correct answer to that question. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.